I'm Angela Skurtu, and you can find me at www.therapistintlouis.com. So mindfulness is the act of being present and in this moment. But I am a type A. I actually call myself a type A plus personality. And what that means is I'm not just type A, but I literally can fill every minute of every day with so many projects and so many things that I could just never sit down. I could never stop. I'm sure there's things in history for why that is the case, but just keeping in the idea that I'm just a type A plus personality, the idea of mindfulness has always been very difficult for me, or meditation, for example. So when somebody says, I want you to sit and meditate and just breathe, that's terrifying. What, just to sit and do nothing? How could I do that? It drives me mad. And so today I'd like to introduce you to a concept of minute mindfulness. Essentially, minute mindfulness is not committing to the whole 20 minutes of a meditation or the whole 20 minutes of being present in this moment, because if you're like me, who's antsy and really could just keep going and going, the idea of doing 20 minutes of anything that's slow and relaxing is terrifying. But why I want to introduce you to this idea of minute mindfulness is that you can grow and develop an ability to do mindfulness and meditation over time by starting small. So one way to practice minute mindfulness is to pick any sense. So think of your 5 senses: taste, smell, sight, touch, sound. Okay? A minute of mindfulness could happen where maybe you're sitting in your car and you use sound. You take a minute to really listen to the music as it comes in, and you just allow yourself to get lost into the sound of the music. Or if it's not music, it's the car, the hum and the, how the car sounds. But you take a minute to be mindful and present. That's how you do it, maybe with sound. Or if you are in between, I'm a therapist, so if I'm in between sessions, one way I practice minute mindfulness is to walk outside and to notice the trees and the leaves. A minute to just notice, smell the roses, so to speak. But it's okay to take it. I think that for people who have never really practiced mindfulness or meditation, just the big idea of slowing down for such a long period of time is the overwhelming piece. So the idea of breaking it down into minutes here and there, when you're sitting in your chair, noticing how your butt feels against the chair, and are you sitting up straight or are you more slouched? That's the touch sensation, and it's noticing in your body how you're positioned, for example. You could do that while you were at your work day. Or when I go out and walk, I'm looking at the leaves. Right now it's fall. I love fall, and I live in St. Louis, by the way. You should know that with the website. But so I love walking through the fall leaves and just taking a minute to notice the leaves, and even how the sun trickles through the colorful leaves is one of the things that I do. That's a minute mindfulness. And essentially what you're doing is you're practicing it in small doses until it becomes more natural and easier. And then you can extend it. Maybe you do 2 minutes, maybe you do 5 minutes, maybe you actually sit on your back porch and get to 10 minutes of just sitting down and being present. And I want to be very clear, this is not alcohol related. So sometimes people do, who are type A's, use alcohol to try and slow down or relax. But I'm really trying to impress upon you the idea that this is something I want you to naturally learn to do. I don't want you to use any substances to try and slow down, because that's part of the problem too, is that our society has been so trained into stress, that we have forgotten how to slow down. We have forgotten how to take it easy and relax. And so one of the things you need to do is to practice it and get in the habit of slowing down, taking it easy, until you finally get to a point where mindfulness is not as difficult, or it's not so daunting or scary. And I am happy to report that I am able to be mindful and present for longer periods than a minute now, but it took me a lot of practice like that. Or even yoga, for example, is another way that they try to get you to practice mindfulness or meditation. So in those deep breathing exercises, instead of beating yourself up, I can't stay focused on my breath, it might be just challenge yourself to focus for a minute. Okay, I was able to focus on my breath for a bit. Okay, now what am I thinking about? And that's okay. Give yourself a lot of permission to move into this space, as opposed to assuming you have to be already at the 20-minute mark to have arrived with meditation. All right, this has been Angela Skurtu, and we've been talking about mindfulness and meditation. You can find me at www.therapistintstlouis.com. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.